Welcome to Riddle to Go. Think you have what it takes to spot the real logos? Get ready to test your brain and your eyes. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome quizzes. Let's get started. All right, here's the first one. Can you spot the correct Netflix logo? That's the correct logo. Well done. Next up, McDonald's. Can you pick the real logo from these options? You got it. That's McDonald's. Here comes a fun one. Can you find the odd one out from these options? Take a close look. Yes, that's the one. You found the odd one out. Okay, here's a tricky one. Which logo represents the all-new Twitter X? That's the correct one. Nice work. All right, it's time for WhatsApp. Can you spot the real logo? That's right, it's the real WhatsApp logo. You're on fire. Time for a tough choice. Would you rather WhatsApp or WeChat? What's your pick? You made the right choice. Nice pick. Here's the next one. Puma. Which one's the real logo? Take a look. Ready for the answer? Correct. That's Puma. Now let's move on to the iconic apple. Can you pick the real one? Yes, that's the correct Apple logo. Next up, Firefox. Which logo is the real one? Are you ready? That's it. Firefox it is. A classic one now. Can you guess Disney's official mascot? Who could it be? Yes, it's Mickey Mouse. Well done. All right, here's Nintendo. Do you know the real logo? You got it right. That's the real Nintendo. Would you rather? KFC or McDonald's? Choose wisely. Great choice. You picked it right. Time for Snapchat. Which logo represents the famous ghost? Yes, that's the right one. Here's a logo challenge. Can you guess the real Pepsi logo from these? It's B. You nailed it. Okay, now it's Starbucks. Which one is the real logo? Ready? You nailed it. That's Starbucks. All right, let's TikTok. Can you pick the real logo? That's it. TikTok it is. Another odd one out challenge. Which one doesn't belong here? Let's see. Yes, that's the odd one out. Uber time. Which logo is the real one? Yes, that's correct. Uber's logo. Let's go with Adidas. Which one's the correct logo? You got it right. That's Adidas. All right, it's Instagram. Can you pick the right one? Yes, that's the real Insta logo. Who's the real McDonald's mascot? Take your guess. You got it. It's Grimace. A refreshing choice. Next up, Little Caesars. Which one is the real logo? Correct. That's Little Caesars. Now let's see if you can pick the right Xbox logo. Yes, that's Xbox. All right, it's Coca-Cola. Can you guess the right logo? That's it. Coca-Cola is the real deal. Coca-Cola or Pepsi? What's your go-to drink? You picked correctly. Now for Reddit, which one's the real logo? B, that's the right one. Can you guess the correct Wendy's logo? Yes, that's Wendy's. Time for a Barbie challenge. Can you guess the real Barbie logo? It's C, you nailed it. Here's Google. Which one's the real logo? That's right, Google's logo. Time for the App Store. Can you spot the right one? Correct logo. Can you pick the real Lamborghini logo? That's right, Lamborghini. Can you spot the odd one out from these choices? Let's see if you can find it. That's the one, great job. Now let's twitch. Which logo is the real one? Yes, that's Twitch. Burger King time. Can you pick the right one? B, that's the right logo. Minecraft fans, this one's for you. Can you guess the real Minecraft logo? It's A, you got it. Can you spot the right Shorts logo? That's correct. Next, it's Megaphone. Can you pick the real logo? That's right. Time for Temu. Can you spot the right logo? You got it right. Let's see if you know the Tesla logo. Which one's real? That's it, Tesla's logo. A driving decision. Would you rather drive Tesla or BYD? What's your pick? Great choice, that's a Tesla lover's pick. Just do it. Can you pick the right Nike logo? That's it, Nike. Here's a big one. Nintendo's mascot. Can you name him? Yes, it's Super Mario. Let's head to Discord. Can you guess the right one? Yes, that's the one. Next, Dairy Queen, can you spot the right logo? That's the one. Let's spot the odd one out again. Can you find the one that doesn't belong? Yes, you got it. Well done. Taco Bell time. Can you guess the real logo? That's right, Taco Bell. Telegram is next. Which one's the right logo? Correct. All right, let's go with DC Shoes. Which logo do you think is the real one? That's it, DC Shoes. Here's a tricky one. Can you guess the official mascot of Linux? It's Tux, great job. Dominoes, can you pick the right one? Yes, that's the right logo. It's Messenger. Which logo is the real deal? You got it! Pepsi time! Can you spot the real logo? That's it, Pepsi! Shopify, can you pick the right logo? Yes, Shopify it is! For the coders, which Python logo is correct? That's it, Python's logo. Time for a coding choice. Would you rather Python or JavaScript? What's your language? Time for LG. Can you spot the right logo? Yes, LG's logo. Cupcake. Which one is the real logo? That's right. Converse time. Can you guess the right logo? Yes, that's Converse. La Liga, can you spot the real logo? That's the right one. Olympics time! Can you guess the real Olympics logo? Which one's the official one? It's C, you nailed it. KFC, can you guess the real one? Yes, it's Colonel Sanders. One more odd one out challenge. Which one doesn't belong? Take a guess. You got it. That's the odd one out. Facebook time. Which logo's the real deal? That's it, Facebook. Dunkin' Donuts. Which one's the real logo? Dunkin' Donuts wins. Here's a sweet one. Can you... A donut challenge. That's it, Dunkin' Donuts. Would you rather Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme? Aldi, which logo do you think is real? Yes, that's Aldi! Which logo is the real one? Yes, that's Bitcoin. Here's a sweet one. Can you guess the adorable mascot of milk? Correct. It's the purple cow Leela. Can you pick the right one? That's it. Big right logo? Google Photo. Which one's the real logo? B, right answer. Can you guess the correct Chanel logo? Take your time and choose wisely. Yes, that's the real Chanel logo. Take a close look. Which one is the real Airbnb logo? It's C. It's time for Shake Shack. Can you pick the real logo from these options? That's it, Shake Shack it is. Tropicana is next. Which one shows the real Tropicana logo? Correct, that's the real Tropicana logo. Let's see if you know NBC. Can you spot the real NBC logo? Yes, that's NBC's real logo. All right, it's time for Viber. Can you guess which one is the correct Viber logo? It's B. Now it's time for eBay. Which logo do you think is the real one? That's right, it's eBay. Here comes a tricky one. Can you spot the odd one out from these options? Look carefully and make your best guess. Right, it's here. Let's fly high. Can you pick the real Southwest Airlines logo from these choices? It's C. Visa time. Can you find the authentic Visa logo? That's it, Visa's real logo. Here comes Samsung. Can you guess the correct Samsung logo? Yes, that's Samsung. UC Browser is up next. Can you spot the real UC Browser logo? Correct, that's UC Browser. Time for a delicious choice. Would you rather eat at Shake Shack or Five Guys? Let's move to Nescafe. Which one is the real Nescafe logo? That's right, Nescafe it is. Finally, Google Maps. Can you pick the correct Google Maps logo? Yes, that's Google Maps. How many logos did you guess correctly? Tell us your score in the comments below. And if you had fun, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more awesome challenges. See you in the next quiz. Until then, keep challenging your brain.